All right, everybody, get ready, because today's deep dive is gonna be a wild ride.
Buckle up.
We're going deep into the world of cybersecurity. Specifically, uh, excessive repeated DNS queries to the same domain.
Catchy, right.
Well, it's a mouthful, I'll grant you that. But honestly, this is where things get interesting. Think of it this way. A digital detective, right? They see something's off, way off. And it all comes down to how computers actually find websites.
Yeah, it's like you're looking at something, seems totally normal, but there's something just a little bit off, a pattern you don't quite recognize.
So walk us through this. What exactly are we talking about here?
Okay, so imagine this. You're trying to call a friend, yeah, but you don't have their number, just their name. What do?
I mean, I guess I'd look them up.
Exactly, and that's kind of what DNS does. It's like a giant phone book for the internet. You type in a website name like thedeepdive.com.
Right.
Your computer uses DNS to look up its IP address.
Which is?
A series of numbers, like a phone number, but for computers. It's how they find each other online.
Okay, that makes sense. But where do these excessive queries come in? What makes them such a red flag?
Ah, good question. You see, usually once your computer looks up an IP address, it remembers it for a while, saves it to its contacts, so to speak.
Right, so you don't have to keep looking it up every single time.
Exactly. Makes browsing way faster. That's called caching. But when you see the same computer, same IP address, looking up the same domain over and over,
That's weird.
it's like your friend with your number saved in their phone asking you for it again and again and again.
Something's definitely not right.
Right. It's unusual. And our source today highlights this because it can actually point to something way more malicious, something called fast flux techniques.
Fast flux. Okay, now you're just using big words to sound smart.
No, okay, you got me. But it's actually a pretty simple idea. Imagine like a spinning carousel. But instead of horses, it's web addresses, constantly changing, moving.
Making it hard to
pin down the real culprit.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a way for bad actors to cover their tracks online.
So even if, say, security researchers identify a malicious website and try to block it,
It's already gone. They've moved on to a different address.
like a digital game of whack-a-mole.
You got it. And that's where these excessive DNS queries come back in. They could mean that a single computer, it's not just one bad apple, it's a gateway.
The gateway to what?
A whole network of infected machines, all using fast flux to stay hidden.
So it's like that friend who knows a guy, right?
Yeah.
For everything.
Except in this case, the guy is a botnet capable of stealing data, launching large-scale attacks.
Okay, now that is seriously scary stuff.
It is, and it highlights why cybersecurity is so important.
It's a constant battle.
A game of cat and mouse. But understanding these little anomalies, even something as seemingly small as unusual DNS activity,
It can make all the difference.
it can be the key to staying one step ahead.
So you're saying that something as small as a DNS lookup, something most people have never even heard of.
Could be a crucial piece of the puzzle.
That's incredible when you think about it. It just goes to show how much is going on behind the scenes every time we go online.
Right. It makes you think.
It really does. Well, on that note, I think we'll leave our listeners to ponder the hidden world of cybersecurity.
Stay vigilant out there.
Indeed. Remember, everyone, even those seemingly insignificant DNS lookups could be part of a much bigger story.